halftime. So they boot it through, and now we're all square after 2 quarters of play.
And what's that great term you taught me? They're level, right? They got back to level. Now they get to go back in the locker room, regroup, and start over in the second half.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And here's Lewis. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Breeze. Again has it complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn for the New Orleans first. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready, 90, set.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here we go. 12. Ready. You waiting? Ready for attack.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Gets it to Meredith, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
21. Ready.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with the game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I want to know why I didn't get the football.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a tight, low-scoring affair thus far. 3-3 is our score heading into the 4th. Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Breeze now on first down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Breeze. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. That's complete to Meredith. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Ready. Ready. What's up?
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Ready. You waiting?
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 61 yards.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
One last shot now for Prescott. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Brandon, you know I love boxing, right? You know I love big fights, right? I'd given them the standing 8 count a few times along the way. And look at how this one ended.
Yeah, they had, well, I guess 9 lives, just like a cat, kept fighting, and they're in the end making the huge play to get the game winner.
I guess that's the epitome of you always have a puncher's chance.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.